The government funding fight, which is expected to only intensify as we get closer to the September 30th deadline. I actually touched on this yesterday with Mark Tapscott from the Washington Stand, but I want to get a little bit further in the weeds here and get a perspective from Congress. So joining me now is Congressman Eric Burlison. He's a member of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committees. And in that committee, he chairs the subcommittee on economic growth, energy policy, and regulatory affairs. He's from Missouri's 7th Congressional District. Congressman Burlison, welcome back to Washington Watch. Appreciate you coming on with us.
Good to be back.
All right, so this was already expected to be quite a battle, this whole issue over the budget and finances and so forth. But now there are some saying we have a big obstacle. Give us your projection.
Yeah, I don't know. You have a little bit more time and experience up here than I do. But look, as you know, this whole process is broken. The fact that here we are 1 month from the deadline, and we've only passed 3 bills out of the House, I believe. The Senate has passed 3 bills, so we've got a long ways to go here in order to get to the 12 to pass the 12 bills. That's where we need to try to get to, but unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to get there. We're going to end up doing what we'd always do, which is a CR, and that will probably be the first one will be a short-term CR because they'll say we need more time to pass more bills, and then that'll get us to like 1st of November, and then we'll see we'll probably do another CR, and the question then will be how long is that second CR going to be? So we've been here before. You've been there before. We know what's getting ready to happen. This time, I think it might be different because the Democrats, at least they're projecting that they're very angry, and that they're angry about the pocket rescissions that just occurred, and so they're angry. They think that Trump is unilaterally making spending reductions, and therefore they're not going to negotiate on, or help us pass a CR, which means, that might be a good thing. If Democrats are never going to support a CR, that might be a good thing because you're going to have to win over a lot of fiscal hawks in order to get the votes for appropriations.
All right, so explain the pocket rescission. That's a term that's floated around a lot right now. Kind of unpack that for us.
Yeah, the pocket rescission. So rescissions is something that the president has under the, I think it's the Impoundment Control Act of 1973, that allows the president, if they don't see that they're going to spend all of the money that's been appropriated, then they can submit a rescission package to Congress requesting that Congress approve these rescissions. Congress has 45 days to act, and if Congress doesn't act, then they fail, and then the president has to spend the money. However, there's a loophole or some way that the law was written. If the president is within the last 45 days of the fiscal year, then Congress, if Congress doesn't act, then the rescission goes into effect. So in essence, a pocket rescission. So I was hoping that the rescission was going to be, close to 100 billion, that it would be significant, right? That's what we were, hoping for. I think that this pocket rescission of about 5 billion, while it's great, it's like 4.9 billion. While that's great, I would have done a lot more. But the Democrats are throwing an absolute fit, and some moderate Republicans, especially in the Senate, are throwing a fit over these pocket rescissions as well. So that's kind of what's in play right now.
So what are some of the different scenarios that could play out this month? Are we going to see a Schumer shutdown? He's blaming Republicans. Republicans are saying the ball's in their court. What could play out this month?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that especially if Speaker Johnson wants to really put Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in a bind, then just submit a simple, continuing resolution that with no anomalies And then dare the Democrats because then the Democrats would basically be saying that they want the government to shut down. But I think that they actually do want it to shut down. I think that the Democratic Party believes that a shutdown will look poorly on the president and the Republicans in the House and the Senate.
So, what do you think is the most likely scenario? As you're looking, I mean, here we're early in the month, still a lot of water yet to go under the bridge, but what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, I expect that we'll probably have like a 1 month CR that'll get us into the middle of, or the 1st of November. And then that's when things will start getting interesting because from that moment it will either do another CR that gets us to Christmas or we'll do one that gets us into the spring. If we're going to do this, you might as well do a 1 year CR, but we're not there yet, right? Because a lot of these appropriators still think that there's time to pass the 12 appropriation bills. They want their chance to do that process. I don't know why. I mean, we do it and then it doesn't ultimately get passed. But at the end of the day, that's what they want, that time. And so the first CR that we're going to do is just going to be giving them another month so they have the time to mark up their appropriation bills.
Wow. Well, like you said, it happens, seems like year after year, and ho, 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 we come Christmas and get all sorts of horrible presents under the federal Christmas tree with a big spending bill. But we'll see how this goes. Less than a minute, real quickly. A lot of tension between the administration and the Federal Reserve. Your thoughts on that real quickly?
Yeah, I think we need to audit the Federal Reserve. I think it's long overdue. When you look at how much money they were wasting in the building infrastructures, I think that, and you have these individuals like Cook, who has done some malpractice when it comes to her financial her mortgage applications. I think it's time that we audit the Fed.
I think that's a great, great suggestion. Thank you so much, Congressman Eric Burlison of Missouri. Always great to have you.
Thank you.